Sega. Dudes.
Dudes! Hardy, hardy, horror, horror. Well, it's been another week. What did we talk about last week?
Today went by so fast. It was ridiculous. I woke up and then it was already like 3 o'clock.
I wish I could say that. Oh, morning went by pretty quick. I got my steps in the morning, the afternoon. And then I made the mistake of putting my windows up in the truck, and then it didn't rain for several hours. It's like, well, I jinxed it. It's not going to rain now. Put the windows up on the truck. But eventually it did. We had a little bit of rain at the office. It was like at 4 o'clock. And then there was less than half an inch here at the house, about 1 centimeter, according to the rain gauge. Yeah, just been another week.
We're getting rain now.
Yeah, we were too. Print out to the car and saw her off. Humidity is playing havoc on my mustache. Yeah, whatever, right, whatever. But any fun gaming stuff you have done in the last week?
Dying Light.
Yeah,
a lot. Huh?
Said interesting.
A lot of Dying Light. It's very good. It's
yeah,
very,
I said
very
interesting.
good.
That's not interesting.
You caught me on that one. Good word on play with that. But yeah, besides just, reading chats and interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've posted in a couple discords that I'm selling my U.S. Master System or North American released games.
Could we go off on that and what you said that yesterday? What is fueling that?
It's if I can sell it all at once, it is going to be easier in time, but also like until a game is sold, it's it's going to be tough to try to sell stuff. So it's like, well, you know what? Let it all go, all of those games, 115, and then I can go back through and pick up the games that I want. That I really want. It's like, okay, do I really want to spend the money to get these back? And if I get rid of all of them, then it's like, all right, all my Master System collections gonna have to fit on, 1 or 2 shelves that I've got them sitting on now. And so it'll clear up a shelf over here because it'll include, the games, all of my Master System game collection will have to fit on those shelves, including the stuff from Europe and anything I might keep from Brazil.
Which is Tech Toy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which I've only got 5 or 6 of those. So
he did this. He saw. No, I'm using the computer. It's crazy. These kids are nuts. But I just, I sat here, and I'm going to a collectathon in November, and it's going to be Saturday. It's huge. But a lot of it is like Pokemon and stuff, and I'm just sitting. I'm wondering, like, what should I bring? This. We talk about getting rid of games, and such. So when I went to the show, and this is when this is pretty bad, but
okay, those are 2 collections, but I don't know of what.
These are yeasts, but this is one sealed with the printy, and the other one is my copy. So I picked up something that I didn't need to pick up because I already had it.
Yeah, that never happens when you're collecting.
And why? Because it was sitting behind this. So this was like this, hiding behind it, and I didn't realize it until I came home, and I'm like, "What the hell?
Oh, look, I
Why
bought
don't?"
another thing I didn't need. I mean, granted, we don't need any of it, but
No, but I mean, it makes and then games are just sitting on the floor, taking up space or whatever it is, and then you try to figure out how to manage your space, and I don't know.
yeah, and I mean that's kind of part of it. But I've collected too much stuff, and like I always said, if it got to the point where I needed a storage unit, that it was the collection's gotten too big. Well, I don't need a storage unit yet, but I'm pretty darn close because I've got um, stuff in the office. I've got two closets that are basically full. I've got a few things in the Munchkin's bedroom since she's off at school. I've got a shelf in the bedroom that's got stuff on it, and then I've got stuff in the bathroom in tubs, but not in the tub. Um, and then there's a few things in the closet that Print and I share,
I
and it's just too much. And that's not even counting like the board games in the bedroom and the board games downstairs, puzzles and movies, all that stuff. It's just there's too much stuff in too many locations, and like I could not fit it all in this room if I went floor to ceiling. No, maybe I could, but you might not be able to walk around if I did.
I don't know. I'm looking to redo most of this. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the way it is. I mean, it's become too much. The desk is huge. The desk is 81 inches. I don't need an 81-inch size desk,
I
and
forget
just
how long. Oh, it's this one's 8 feet. Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't think I cut it off because I took a 8 sheet of plywood and cut it in half. I'm pretty sure that's 8 because that's yeah 8 feet. However far that is. So 96 inches.
wow.
But it takes up most of this wall right here in the office. And actually, it goes from one wall and it goes to a window. So it should be 4 feet. It's 4 feet deep and 8 feet long. No, sorry, I cut it in half of a 4x8 sheet. It's 2 feet deep.
I just I want to
4 by 96 inches.
I I want to redo this whole room. I'm sick of it. I
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
take it. It's just
one thing I want to do is get. It's probably going to be. I'm going to have to figure out how to build it. I'm trying to figure out what configuration I actually want, but get probably 2x2 square of probably plywood, half inch, 3/4 of an inch maybe, so it can hold some weight. Put a lazy Susan on top of that, and then put a shelf on top of that. But the shelf is going to be 4 sides, or make it round so that there are no sides, and you just put stuff in. But that way, if it's square, you got
spin it.
this kind of game here, spin it. These games here, or if it's okay, this is going to have a bunch of muscle men stacked in it. Turn it. All right, here's Master of the Universe. Turn it. Here's video games. Turn it. Here's Lego, and have several of those. I mean, it'll eat further into the room, but instead of having all these shelves, it'd be like, here's the shelf. It'd be able to fit more in that space, than if you just had a shelf. Because once you put a shelf there, like you can't put stuff in front of it.
Well, that's true.
Because like I can't put stuff in front of these shelves or these shelves. But if it's if it's that same width, but then there's 4 sides and you can spin it. Well, now instead of just having this much room, you got this much room times 4. It's spread out across. Like I said, so then you could have like you could have one side be Mark III, spin it. Another side be Mark or the SG-1000, spin it, and then just whatever else. I have 3 or 4 of those and see what I could do with it. And the only thing I don't like the idea of is if it's square, unless one side has just like a hollow spot. Otherwise, you're going to have a big spot in the middle that's going to be hollow because there won't be anything in that. So
I bought over here gigantic what the hell is it, bookshelf. And so instead of having all 3 bookshelves going along here, I'm gonna have a bookshelf here and here. So basically, what's gonna happen is when I do the bookshelf, I'm gonna put everything that you see behind us with the wall, like I used to, have the desk there, and then have not like the desk comes out a little bit, 55 inches. That's it, and then reorganize stuff. It helps to try to get the room ready. I'm gonna try to get a 3D printer as well. All these tanks behind me are all gonna be gone. They're all gonna be on the wall over here, all stacked up and stuff. So it's gonna take about 4 days to do the entire room. 4 days. I have to plan it where I could take off 2 days, a Thursday and a Friday. So I start Wednesday. I get these out, clean everything, and then go from there. And then I have to get new tanks down there because I'm just tired of the stackable crap, and I want them. I could save 15 inches of space if I get 2 new tanks. So.
yeah, I don't know what kind of space I can save, but
they're getting too big for their tanks up there, so I'm gonna have to figure something out with that.
So they need bigger tanks or need to go someplace else.
Well, I wouldn't get rid of my hatch when they were 8, so it's like I don't want to.
So
they're my
get a bigger tank.
Favorite, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do right there.
Barely.
The little green neon thing.
Oh yeah, I see that a little bit.
But whatever. All right. Since we've gone over our rooms of hell, and how we need to, we're confining ourselves with crap that we just keep on buying and buying and buying.
Yeah.
You said about your Master System Collection 1 stuff, a lot of it, and then I said, do I want to really have the Mister? Can I play on the Mister? So, I mean, I could technically get rid of it and just play on the Mister. Why am I keeping it? I have a box of stuff here. I don't know. In my opinion, look at, after I redo this room, look at the space that I have, put everything in for the space that I have, and then whatever doesn't fit, just get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not a bad way of doing things. Actually, while we've been talking, I was like, oh, what I could do is actually have a shelf that I could put stuff in, like boxes, and then put the Lazy Susan on top of that, so I can spin it. But I want that shelf needs to be 4 or 5 feet tall itself, so I've got room to put stuff in.
The Lazy Susan is a really good idea. I think that's a very good idea. I think that should be pretty, because if you spin stuff around and you just have all the games in there and you just choose whatever games it is, you could do that by like, hey, you could plan section, like per section for a month. Hey, I'm gonna play these games for this month. Sit there, play these games for the next month, and then the next month, or just stack stuff up in it.
Could do that. Could also do a channel reward on Twitch where pay to rotate the shelf, and so it's like, okay, if you don't want to see the Master System stuff, the next side is the Lego side, and the next side is Master of the Universe. The next side is, the Mark III, and so it's like, what shelf do you want displayed? I don't know if anyone would want to change that, but my original idea when we moved, when the desk was over on the other side over there, was this wall that was behind me was to make a slat wall with French cleats on it, and get it so that all the shelves on it were able to be picked up and moved around on the shelf. And so it's like, the plan was to have a channel reward for you can redeem to move the shelves around. Like, okay, I want the shelf up here, and I'll take that shelf and put it in its place. Some small thing like that, or just could shift things around a little bit.
I mean, it's always good to shift things. I feel like, and to quote Slippy, it's always good to change your room around a couple of times because you kind of to change stuff around and everything. I mean, like it really kind of sucks too because unlike what you have, Drake, hello Drake. Drake's new name is Mr. Master, or the Master of the Mister. All these tanks, and I have tons of plants in them and everything, like tons and tons of plants, and I would like to see them. So it's like, have them. I turn around and I look. I have to turn around and look all the time. I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure a couple of things out and go from there. A big problem for me is heat management with the PlayStation 5 and the stupid computer. Once you get a new computer, you're gonna
in the winter it's gonna feel great, but in the summertime it's gonna stink.
Horrible. Stinks. Sucks. It sucks.
But that just
completely sucks. Shellfish. Yes. Shellfish.
Shelf. It's the emphasis on shelf.
Right. I get a horror, Drake.
Shelving.
So, Drake, today we're going. I mean, like we could talk about the woes of our rooms. My room is small, but I have a stupid wall over here with a closet that I don't even use. But we're going to talk about spooky games.
Oh,
so now it's me. Well, we're talking about spooky games and such for today. So, let's see. So, the stream's a little choppy. Not sure if it's you. I don't know. I don't have it up on YouTube right now. I can have it up on YouTube, but oh, look at that dying light. Okay, so, okay, so we're talking about spooky games. Yeah, Halloween stuff. Everyone's talking about spooky games now and such. Top 5 top 5 games. There's pumpkin spice all over the place. My kid walks into Marshall's and is like, "Oh my god, it's a full candle. I want pumpkin spice full candle." And I'm like, $10 for this? I mean, come on, whatever. But Yeah, it's spooky Halloween. I just can't believe how fast September went, which just completely blew me away. It's September 25th, the 30th, which is on Tuesday. Final Fantasy Tactics remake comes out. So we'll I'll get started on my top five games, and I did another podcast where I spoke about the top five games, but now I can change it a little because this is my own podcast. My first top.
Oh, I'm not even going to talk about the top five horror games or spooky games.
You're not even going to?
No, I don't even know if I played 5 games would even qualify.
What?
The horror genre is not one that I really care about.
Well, okay, so there's a game called I play it all the time called Halloween Forever, and for me to dig the box out would be near suicide because everything would fall. But it's overall it's a really good game. You play this little pumpkin guy that shoots candy corn out of his mouth, and you have to run around and try to there's different levels you can go on or different areas how you get through your level and stuff. It's not bad. I mean, see, yeah, you think that's one thing that's really cool is thinking outside the box. Metroid Dread is like
I'm not sure any of the Metroids I would qualify as a horror game,
but like spooky or
well,
you know.
Here, this I did a quick Google search for horror games, and so this is supposed to be the first horror game. Let me see. It was on the Odyssey. 1972. Which one? We'll go with this one. Just called Haunted House. And you get to pick different things. 1972, before my time as well. I think before most of our times. I mean, it's interactive.
This looks really good for the Odyssey with the colors and everything.
There's limited color, but see, they use limited colors, and it is very static. Like there's like what's moving, what's happening. There's not a lot of movement. There's some here and there depending on what you pick and what you do.
Oh boy, hold on a minute. We're having mental breakdowns, people. The dog pooed on my bed.
Oh, that's a load of crap. Yep. There's all the overlay stuff. All this. What kind of sound do you get from it? What kind of movement happens with it? Whatever. That's the first. That's the first spooky game or first horror game.
Let's do Art Time, which would be.
Hold on. Look, we just do a quick look. So we're just gonna go through this list. What is the first game that you're like, oh yeah, I've played that or I've heard of that?
What's Shark Jaws?
Just calm down. We're just gonna go through. Hunt the Wumpus, never heard of it. Shark Jaws. Looks like it was an arcade game of some kind.
That looks badass.
Mystery House for the Apple II. An adventure game, Asylum. See, like all this. Monster Bash.
I played Monster Bash or Ghost House. I own Ghost House.
I don't know why it says Ghost House when I put over that. Oh, I wonder if Ghost House is. I wonder if it. Okay, it's loosely based on Sega's 1982 arcade video game Monster Bash. That's why that comes up. Nostromo, Night Stalker, Phantom Slayer, Terror House, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Haunted House, and the ZX81 and ZX Spectrum. Like,
hold on, can you?
That was big in Europe.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on the Atari 2600. I own that.
Good job. I'm sure it looked like poo.
Wow. See how he just shuts things down?
We'll look at it. Yeah, look at them graphics. Woohoo!
Oh no! There's.
That no,
I'm gonna say. I will say this. How
did
I
it scare you?
how I acquired this game and Custard's Last Revenge and beat them. And that's all I'm gonna say is because my father got them as stag gifts for his
For a buddy's stag night,
yeah, when he was getting
getting married.
unfortunately married to my mother. But I just me and my mother do not get along. But this game is a risque to say the least, and at the time that it came out it was viewed like that. There's a lot of history evolving around it, and it did come
Yeah,
out
there's
like a
it's considered horror because of how bad it looks.
it's pretty yeah.
It's pretty basic, and I mean that's what they had to deal with at the time. You know, whatever. I'm just giving it a bad time because the Atari 2600. I've got a couple of them. I've got several games, probably 20 or 30, and it doesn't really mean much to me. Like, I mean, stuff like Space Invaders, maybe some of the Galaga, some of those, like they did a good job of bringing them home with the limited capabilities of the 2600. But yeah, most of it's just like whatever.
Ooh,
Now,
that's a
see,
rough
the
one.
first one I'm familiar with is this one right here, Forbidden Forest,
What's that?
on the Commodore 64. Yeah, let's pull that. We It's actually pretty darn fun. At least I think it is.
That
And yeah,
was a real game?
yes,
No, I'm talking about Halloween.
there was tons of
No.
Halloween is not a trademark term. What the heck? I know that there's footage on about Forbidden Forest for the. I guess I might have to type out Commodore.
This is a really good idea, by the way, to bring this up.
I had great music too. Gosh, I don't.
Oh,
I've played this on stream. I do not know. Okay,
there
there
is
that
a
is. I'm gonna have
Halloween
to.
game. Drake, did you know that there was a 2600 Halloween game?
Let me. All right. Let's add it to the stage. Oh, I think I've got YouTube muted. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. All right, it's at 2 speed. So you're an archer. You're just going around and you're just shooting the creatures that come out. You've got limited ammo. You can see to the left and the right of the character are the arrow slots. Um, I think one of the arrows, the quivers just went away. So that level is done. Boss fight.
What game is this?
Forbidden Forest. You beat the boss. Congratulations. Now you can get some music. Now you've got weird one-eyed cyclopean frogs jumping out at you. Oh, look, they jumped all over you. You did. You did.
Yeah, how do you even get by this? This is bull.
He's going. Just slow movements, paying attention to where they're jumping from when they were coming up at the back of the screen.
You played this as a kid?
Yep. But like, to me, this isn't really horror.
It's really not. It's more like a
It's
basic shmup.
I'm not sure I go that it's
It's
like a third person shooter more than
yeah,
anything
I could see third person. This is
with
like early
limited
third or early, like, 3 FPS.
limited
No,
movement.
3F can't be F. It's like
All right,
3 PS, three
but
person shooter.
yeah, as soon as I put the label up, I was like, Forex. Oh, goodness gracious! But yeah,
Let's see, where's the link?
dudes. Let's go back to the horror tab. But that's the first one on the list, 1983, that I recognized and played. Um, Ghost Manor. I mean, there's another Halloween game.
Ghost Manor is really good. Have
Alien.
you played that?
I have not.
It's not bad for that. I've only played it for the TurboGrafx 16.
Zonix.
It's not bad.
By Zonix.
I'm interested in that. Can you bring up Halloween on the 2600?
Of course you are.
I've I didn't even know this existed.
The game where he comes home and
Yep,
you
yep, yep.
don't leave.
I was waiting for a hand to crawl out of your beard when you said that. This looks horrible.
I mean, if you honestly think about it, pretty much anything outside of some of the arcade ports that were really early, that were earlier than the 2600, they're not gonna look good. Ah, crap! I hit the wrong button. Dag nabbit. There we go. Now, what is the other image? Oh, that's just the screen. I did not add it. Just a screen for the game.
I guess.
So, I mean, nothing's going to look super fancy or anything on the 2600. As they get further along, they're going to look better. I mean, Chiller on the NES.
That's is that such a
Light
good
gun.
game? Oh man, that's a light gun game, and that is a banned NES game for very obvious reasons if you look at it.
Hold on, where did it go? Chiller?
Yeah, this is one that I really want.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to share the screen on that one. It's a little,
Yeah,
it's quite gory. It's a torture chamber.
yeah, and you got to shoot things, and it's wild, absolutely wild.
I'm guessing it's not a Nintendo authorized game.
No, it's not. It was banned on Nintendo. Like if they came out with that today and Nintendo found out, they would probably brick your Switch system. That's how bad it
It
was.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
It
it's
would just be written. The thing is, Nintendo could be like, "Well, it's not authorized" or whatever, and people would be like, "So what?"
what zomboy
Zombie,
zombie? Oh,
zombie,
zomboy.
zombie.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
So it's a first-person
cranberries.
action adventure. Set in a zombie-filled shopping mall, locked in by articulated trucks.
Wow. Bring a photo up if it's stream
It
friendly.
doesn't show anything other than the cover for the game.
Because when you said locked in a shopping mall, the first thing that went to my mind was George Romero's, I think it's City of the Dead.
Well, it's said it's inspired or borrows heavily from Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. That's it. Dawn of the Dead.
And the zombies can be killed either by numerous body shots or a single shot to the head. The
Oh,
characters
Drake,
are named after the creators of the game.
our favorite actress is in George Romero's remake.
Sure, if you say so.
Shopping Mall of the Dead. Yes, there it
There you
is.
go. Castlevania and Ghost
I
House.
Ghost House is good.
Ghost House is fun. We'll pull that one up, and I mean, if you're not familiar with
Everybody has seen
Castlevania, I mean,
Castlevania.
I don't think I've ever actually even played much of the original Castlevania, but I still know about the original Castlevania. Yeah, Ghost House was on the Sega card,
That was a great game.
but it's fun. Yeah, you're running around trying to get a weapon basically to kill Draculas so that you can get to the final Dracula. Um, and
Ghost House had
Castlevania.
really good music.
Well, the Brazilian version of Ghost House is really cool because they updated some of the graphics. They made the trees actually look a little bit spookier and stuff.
Why don't you bring that one up? Not many of us have seen the Brazilian of Ghost House. Guess that's Tech Toy.
Yeah. I'm getting lots of pictures that aren't the Brazilian version. Let me see if I can
I
get a video.
know, I know you did, Drake. I know you did, and that's you lucked out with that one.
The redhead, like
Hmm.
I'm lost. I don't even know who you guys are talking about from your favorite person thing, whatever.
She was in Babylon 5. She was the psychic.
Oh, not Talia, the other one. Sure, whatever. What was the name of her character though?
That I don't know.
She went a little crazy. Lita, yes,
Lita,
Lita.
yes.
Lita had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Lita went, the lamb was sure to go.
Are you into like horror movies, scary movies, or no?
Not really.
Well, polar
Okay,
opposites for
full.
this.
This thing's so stupid. It does not know what full screen. There we go. Let's back it up a little bit.
They
This is
really
Pablo
have him in it.
Dracula. So you can see the trees that they changed, so they've got little faces and stuff on them. The main character is a Brazilian character from TV.
Yeah, he's from a famous TV show. So
I think
was Tectoy
this cloud
licensed to
is
change it?
new. Do what?
Was Tectoy allowed to change the character in the game?
They had the rights for all the publishing for Sega there, so I would think so. So he just released Dracula.
I really like this
Then he got
game, and
that.
I love the music too. This is one of the first games I got for Master System.
It's not a bad game. Once you learn what everything is, because like the light, you hit the lights, something happens. See, he hit that. He hit that lamp. Something comes up to shoot him. But you hit those lights, and it freezes time. But they're limited. Yeah, they did some nice quality of life improvements and updated the look a little bit.
They did. It's not bad.
Yeah, so you know, if my U.S. Master System collection sells, like I won't be buying Ghost House because I'll just keep. I've got this is one of the few Brazilian games I've got, but I'd rather have this one than Ghost House.
Oh man, everything was so simplistic back then.
Yep.
Yeah, Castlevania and Vampire Killer are the same. Oh wow, MSX2.
And the Wii U Virtual Console.
MSX2 is a. I've been trying to get my
The,
hands on
the
that thing
Virtual
for a while.
Console from the Wii and the Wii U. It's sad that
They
those
never
are
did anything with it.
gone. Well, because the games that they released on there that haven't been released anywhere else. I mean, even like the Commodore 64 games, the TurboGrafx 16 games, they're not available to play on the Switch. Well, there's Alien Syndrome.
What? I've never seen this.
You've never seen it? I'm pretty sure you have.
Oh no, this isn't the game that we played.
No, we played Alien Storm.
I hate that game. I've
This is the
never.
arcade version of
I've
Alien
never seen
Syndrome.
this.
You probably have. You've probably just seen the console versions that aren't that good. Oh, why this? So,
I
yeah,
have seen Frankenstein because of Baron. Baron played Frankenstein, I believe. It was an interesting game, a text
there's
adventure.
a Ghost Hunters, Xenophobe, Doctor Chaos, Castlevania 2. Where's like
Oh, right there.
what?
Go up.
What
And
game? Splatterhouse?
yup. That's a phenomenal game. You played
Yeah,
Alien Syndrome? I Friday the 13th on NES is insane.
it's
That
dumb.
it's so stupid.
There you go, Master of
Frankenstein
Darkness.
Frankenstein the Monster Returns is horrible for NES. Horrible. I don't. Would you? I mean, Night Trap. Night Trap is a horror game.
Which one is that? Which one is that?
Night Trap's the one where the half naked girls are running around, and you got the guys that put
Yeah,
the
it's horror because aren't you trying to rescue them or something?
yeah, it's like stupid vampires that drill into their neck or drain blood. It's the dumbest game ever.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
would be horror.
that's a good game. Ghoul School. I own Ghoul School.
Trying to find. Yeah, we're going
We're going
Alone in the Dark.
fast.
There we go.
What's so special about Alone in the Dark?
It was one of the first ones that.
The first horror game I played was Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Atari, and then I played Castlevania 2.
So you don't know anything about Alone in the Dark?
No. I know Chakan sucks.
No, Shakan is tough. I don't know if I'd say it sucks. You gotta be kidding me. Trying to
There's a lot of
find some gameplay for Alone in the Dark, but it's pulling up newer versions of it. I want the
now
DOS one.
you blew through the list. Is that because Alone in the Dark you've played yourself?
Because there just wasn't stuff that was interesting. And the thing is, if we go line by line, it's going to take, we'll be here till
Well,
next week.
some notable stuff is, I mean, like the Castlevania series, obviously. Super Castlevania 4 has the best opening on Super Nintendo. It has the best opening, I think, out of all of them.
But this was early tank controls and point and click.
What
Space
system
Quest,
did this come out on?
DOS.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess you with me, Drake, because I've never heard of this either.
I made it pretty far back in the day. All right. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. I already forgot that you got to choose your character.
On my door, a dull brass plate says Private Detective. The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me...
This is 1992. Somehow the frog didn't get smashed. Not very realistic. Ooh, there's stuff creeping out, looking at you.
I'm not frozen.
Win. You can check out any time you want, but you can never leave. Yeah, so it had tank controls. A little tough to manage the character. I mean, you can see that he's moving kind of slow.
He's
We're gonna
moving.
speed it up a bit.
He's moving like he just went in a diaper. I'm sorry.
This is 92. You know how long this is before Resident Evil?
Listen, we're not going. Resident Evil is a great game. When did she come? Resident Evil came out 97.
So 5 years before you had.
Still, it's weird. I mean,
oh yeah, I think if you don't push that in there, there's a creature that comes busting through that window. But it's, you know, if you replaced everything with zombies, you'd be like, oh, this is an early Resident Evil game.
it really looks like a prototype Resident Evil, but with the fancy lad running around.
See, right there, the window broke. But because you pushed that chest in front of it, it couldn't come through.
That's a very weak monster that he couldn't push a chest open.
It wasn't the chest, but it was a full-size dresser. Now you got a zombie. Come on, put him up, put him up. Come on, put him up.
That's right. You show that zombie who's boss with your strong smacking hand.
Yeah, good luck fist fighting the zombies in Resident Evil.
The zombie evaporated into a cloud of flagellant gas.
Well, they had to, you know, PCs at that time. What were they running on? 100 megahertz.
I mean, this looks really good for PC. I'm not gonna lie.
For 1992.
Yeah, this looks very good for 92. I mean, this thing probably sent most PCs to the moon. Oh, it's Chef Gentila.
Oh.
50.
50 megahertz. Yeah. So next to nothing for processing power and stuff. But that's Alone in the Dark.
Let's see. Oh yeah, do Super Castlevania and do the opening for that. A few others. It's Ghoul School is a very good game, but it's very hard, very hard. I don't. I think we had like my perspective of it is, I didn't really think we had whatever the opening, but we didn't have like Japan had solid horror games like Sweet Home and a lot of like predominantly like yokai-ish type of horror games. because Japan, has the yokai festival where they celebrate, like the yokais coming out like demons and such. But we didn't have a lot of stuff like that. And then when I guess PlayStation 1 came out, it introduced like Clock Tower, Silent Hill, Resident Evil. So it really was like touch and go back then. And I think you would know this too. Like, I mean, didn't we have Didn't we have like shows like Monsters in My Pocket and stuff like that that were all like really comical and everything? They were like kids' cartoons and stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, because even if you look at like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the '80s cartoon, really not that good. Like I bought it and I started watching it again. Like it's very hokey. It's definitely made for kids.
It really is. It really is. I gotta go back to the list and see if there's anything else we could take a look at. It's just overall, I think the music in this is phenomenal. They've always been noted to have excellent music. I mean, the gameplay is pretty good as well, but my personal favorite, my personal favorite out of all of them will be 2. I think 2 just was the banger of them all. As soon as you come out of that, like you make the right out of the main village, and that Bloody Tears song, that thing just hits, and you're just like, back then it was like, wow, where's my cassette tape? I want to record this.
To Allstate. Well,
You had a little bit later on. A friend of mine, I was talking to him actually today. He really interesting. He had a cassette recorder, and his TV had an output for the audio. Like the red and I think it was like the red and the white. So he took a cable that he had from Radio Shack, and it had the male extension on it, and plugged it into the cassette recorder. And he ran like all of these games and recorded them on cassettes, and then used to play them in the car, like Castlevania and so on. And I was like, wow, like that's, back then we had like all this innovation that we had to like try to copy our favorite music on.
Yeah, I did something like that with the headphone jack on the Genesis.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that.
Going out, and then I plugged it into I guess a little boom box, but it had 2 tape. Pretty sure it had 2 cassette decks.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it in one and record it, and so I'd go through and sit there and go and do the sound test, and have it go through and play through a song, and then go to the next song and have it play that.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
And so I could put those on tape and listen to them later.
That's a good idea. Ooh, Alone in the Dark too.
Yep. Let's see what kind of
why have I Escape from Monster Mansion. I saw Welch play that. That's a notable game for 93 because the graphics on that and the gameplay is pretty decent.
Here's Alone in the Dark too. Let's jump in.
Oh, you got a Tommy gun.
Get into the house.
Oh my God, Santa's killing someone.
I think that's Santa's helper. That guy doesn't have a beard. Oh, the Derringer ran out. He's beating him up with a frying pan.
Jeez.
See, it's the same problem with Resident Evil. The guns are just about useless and it's hard to aim.
That is a problem, but they did come out with the director's cut, and the director's cut does have dual shock on it. So I mean, it kind of. But the original game, no, it did not.
Yeah, to me, the original game is really unplayable. Like the only reason I was able to play through it and not get frustrated to no end was because
Rocket
of
launcher.
that cheat.
Uh.
Turn the knife into a rocket launcher. Oh yeah. But I think it's a pretty good touching of horror games. Some early ones. I don't know if we really need to keep going. You see, there's all of these games.
Let's say go up to the earlier ones that people really don't know a lot about. I think that's more interesting than this. But I did see Halo on the list, and I don't think Halo was a horror game.
Some of those levels, especially the first time you encounter the flood, I could understand that one.
Clock Tower is an awesome game.
The 11th Hour, I never played it, but it sounds familiar.
I think there was a movie called
There
The
you go.
11th
There's
Hour.
Resident Evil.
R8.
PlayStation, Windows, Saturn, and Nintendo DS, which the Nintendo DS was obviously not 1996.
Nope. Corpse Party is good. No, that came out for PC 98?
That's what it
I
said.
didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm a very big Corpse Party fan, but I didn't know that.
There's
Wow.
House of the Dead. 96. Arcade, Windows, Sega Saturn, Wii, and Xbox. Obviously, Wii and Xbox was not 96.
That was a very good game, though, House of the Dead.
That is interesting, though, that it just throws in these versions that came in later.
Probably to save space on the list. What's Harvester?
Harvester.
That looks interesting.
Another DOS game. Oh, look at
What's the point?
Windows 95, Realms of the Haunting.
Never heard of that.
Me either. It was just the first one I noticed that had Windows 95 on it.
Phasmagoria?
Phasmatopia? Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria. Wait, what? What is that?
A Puzzle of Flesh.
Yeah, send me that on Discord. I'm gonna look that up myself. That seems pretty crazy. I don't think that's safe for stream.
Probably not. There's House of the Dead 2, 98, Arcade, Dreamcast, Windows, and Wii.
Dreamcast had some solid shooters on it.
Oh yeah, it did. The puppy's just hanging out over there. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of spooky games. I mean, Half-Life 2, I could see those being kind of horror-y.
Zombies Revenge, never heard of that.
Dude, I've streamed that several times.
Really?
That's the one where when you pick up bullets, it's like bullets. There's no time. It's actually kind of set in the House of the Dead universe.
Oh, this game is psychotic.
What?
Yeah,
one?
I'm glad you didn't stream. I'm glad you didn't show this on stream.
What?
A puzzle.
Oh.
Wow.
That PC game that you looked up.
Yeah, this is like borderline cutscenes of Hellraiser.
Yeah, but like I said, lots of spooky games. Nothing to. Yeah, don't stream it. Blood 2. Horror games, not horror games. Horror.
Horror games. I don't know. There's some Ill Bleed. Ill Bleed is one on Dreamcast, which is pretty wild. That's a horror game.
Oh, and then you have all of the Dooms. and then eventually there'll be Quake.
But I mean, is Doom really? I mean,
Yeah, you're fighting demons and stuff, dude.
I thought it was like I never thought of Doom as that as a horror game.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you might consider Wolfenstein 3D
That I consider
as a horror.
that I consider as a war game.
Doom doom. Na 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 na. Doom doom.
Nosferatu's horrible.
Hey, Quizzy girl. That reminds me.
Oh wow, this is a point and click adventure. Yeah, I went off on a little tangent and started doing that thing.
But yeah, I mean, I'm good. I mean, unless there's a specific game that you want to talk about.
Really, I mean,
I'm good.
just
Wonder if XCOM is on here.
I've never seen XCOM before.
I'm kind of surprised because XCOM, there's a bunch of jump scares because aliens come out and just pop one of your guys. Like, crud, didn't know he was there. Well, either
Really?
you start over or you reload your save game. Let's see what the last game on this list is. Oh my gosh, look at the notes. All right. Shadowless. It hasn't been released. Canceled. 2026, 2025. All right. So Silent Hill F, I guess, is the newest one.
I have that one.
Yeah. Silent Hill, forget about it.
It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Still, forget about it.
But I wonder if Dying Light's on here. Is it? I guess it's more of a zombie survival game than anything.
I don't know. Dying Light. Is that not how it's spelled?
DYING.
DY. Well,
It is
2015. The one that came out in 2020, they got Dying Light 2. If there's a newer one, they don't have it.
It's the Beast. Cult of the Lamb. There's a lot of games on here I've never even... No, Elden Ring is not a horror game. Get out of here.
What is it?
Elden Ring.
I haven't played it, so I... Wait a minute, isn't it a Dark Souls style game?
Yeah, it's a Souls game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll find Dark Souls on this too. Yeah. If Dark Souls is, then so is Elden Ring. Although, what do they... Let's see. Okay, list of horror games. Okay, it doesn't give... Horror video games narratively deal with elements of horror fiction and comprise a variety of video game genres. So, no, Lollipop Chainsaw. Doesn't that one deal with like zombies and stuff?
Lollipop Chainsaw, yeah, zombies and the half-naked girl,
Yep.
and
Well, no, it's
all
just
that.
a chick in a cheerleading outfit, isn't it?
No, but she's, yeah.
Cheerleading outfits are not known for covering. They are skimpy. But
It's
yeah.
wild. That game's... it seems like just the topic. I mean, you're like, whatever, I don't care.
Well, I mean, like Ghouls and Ghosts, I'm sure is on there. I just like I'm not a fan of the genre for movie wise or game wise. Like Ghost House, Chapel X Dracula. Like that would be very like horror, very very light. Just because if you consider, okay, if it has Dracula in it, then it's a horror game or horror movie. It's on like the very light end of that because it doesn't go crazy. It doesn't show, there's not a bunch of gore. They're not trying, you're not ripping people apart like in Splatterhouse.
Splatterhouse is good. That's one
Splatterhouse
of
would
my
be like a
favorite.
2 or something maybe, and then 3 would be anything that was M or is anything rated above M? But anything
I
that's super graphic with dealing with death and I guess a lot of those horror mythical creatures like Dracula.
Ghostbusters. So that's interesting. He says that. My father,
Ghostbusters would be
I
one.
he bought Ghostbusters for the Atari 2600. No, Atari 7800. And I didn't know how to play that. And I just sat there trying to get the damn car to the Ghostbuster, the Ecto 1 to move. And I never could figure out how to get the Ecto 1 to drive around. And I always sat in front of the station. And I just kept on moving the controller, pressing all the buttons, trying to figure everything out. And I never could get the damn thing to work.
But yeah, adults only. I don't know. Are there any horror games that are adults only? I don't know. That one, I'm pretty sure it's the same version that was on the NES, the Commodore 64, and even the
I don't
Master
think
System.
so. I don't think so. I think Ghostbusters it was all different. Look, that's actually a good thing. Look them up. Look it up on Atari and see if it's that. I clearly remember that Atari version. That was so hard to figure out to get that to move that car.
Nope, it looks pretty much like the um, like a simplified version of the Commodore 64 or the Master version.
Wait, there's a Master System for Ghostbusters?
Oh my gosh, this looks like crap. Which I totally get because we had it for the Commodore 64 and we couldn't figure out like what to do.
I never could get that thing to move.
Then you didn't load up the car properly. Because you drop the trap, all the guys try to get them with the proton packs.
This is the start of the game.
Yeah.
I never could get that thing in the middle to move, the symbol to move.
Well, what symbol?
So you see the okay, so if you go back, like if you start this off, and you see that symbol, how that symbol moves? I never could figure out how to get that symbol to move.
You probably didn't have your car loaded up properly.
It's got good music for an Atari, yeah.
It's got the Ghostbusters song. It's hard to go wrong.
I mean, this is one game I personally don't have. My father does. My father has it signed by Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. So that's in his, I guess, safe deposit box in the bank.
Find me.
Yeah, well, my father owned the garbage business. He had a lot of stops in Manhattan and saw them filming the original movie.
I mean, overall, the game's not bad.
It really isn't. It looks good. Like this is something you would play
okay,
today just for the hell
that's
of
the
it.
Atari 2600 version. So let's go to the Commodore 64.
No. Ooh. Okay. Now, did the Commodore 64 have better processing power than the Atari?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so anything was basically better than the Atari.
Yeah. So, but you're setting up your own Ghostbusters franchise, like we never. I wonder if that was a cheat. Maybe not. So you create a new account. They give you a bunch of money, and then you pick your car, and then you load it up.
And you played this version, right?
Yes. So you need the ghost vacuum to suck up the ghosts on the overhead map, and then you need the traps to catch ghosts at the building. See, that looks so much better than the Atari.
Wow, that looks so good. Did you have a Commodore?
The thing is, this is
growing up?
the Atari 2600 version. This is the same. It's the same basic game. This is just better defined.
And you
then
had a
it's the same as
Commodore.
the Master System version, but the Master System version looks the best out of all of them.
And you had a Commodore 64 growing up?
Yes.
What type of format was the media for that? Was it on floppy disks?
Yeah. 5 1/4.
Wow.
Or tapes.
Tapes.
Yes, cassette tapes.
What
So
does
there's
Zool
the-
look like?
There's the Commodore 64. And this is just the first area. We're not looking at the whole kit and caboodle or anything.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Whoa, no brainer. If you got a new boat, the smart thing to
There we go. More Halloween antics.
No music. The C64 had like the best music. Actually going through and playing. So here's the NES. What?
Was there
Let's
an
go to like the
over-
demo screen.
Was there like an overmap or something?
Come back. Trying to get back to where.
I don't think this is impressive at all.
I mean, it looks better than the Atari version.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't look better than the Commodore version.
No.
What does the ending look like with Stay Puft? I'm curious. I never-
Stay Puft isn't even the last. Does this not have the Stay Puft level? Alright, I'm gonna speed it up. So you could go to the shop and like re-equip your. Okay, no
Ah,
Stay
well.
Puft level. This is the hardest level though, the Master System version. Such a pain to get through.
Can you shoot them?
Yeah. You can on the Master System version. Maybe it's easier to just not shoot them because then they don't respawn.
Oh, there's Zool.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what the Master version looks like.
That's the next one coming up. Master System. Which
Ooh.
actually, I could probably look up one of my playthroughs.
Was that bouncing thing on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh wow! It even has the lyrics.
Yep. The C64 version did too. So you go in. Stupid commercials. So see this one, you go through your list. You got your little forklift. Like you can actually tell what stuff is pretty easily. It would be nice if they stayed on the car though. See, there you can see the keymaster and the gatekeeper.
So what's the point of the game? You just go to the buildings that are right, collect ghosts.
You're trying to keep the paranormal energy down, so Stay Puft doesn't come. But you've got these levels. There's multiple types of ghosts, though, in the Master System version. But like the speedrun of this game, the first 10 minutes is just sitting at this screen. You're just trying to get that decay energy meter up where it needs to be.
There he is.
Yep, eventually the energy maxes out, and everybody goes to Zool. You just gotta get two people past him. And then you get this level.
You said this is the hardest level, right?
Yep.
Oh, you can't shoot down.
Nope. And yeah, you get the ones that shoot plates. And like if the one spawns below you, you have to go down and take care of it. Because they'll just throw it up and hit you.
I like the windows in the background. Who knows, Drake?
The easiest I have seen that level. They go up.
That looks nice. It's better than the NES version.
If you can handle smaller. Right.
Would you say this is one of your top 5 games?
No. It's fun, but not. I mean, it's one that can be fun to mess around with, but it's nothing like it's not great. It's okay.
So where does Masters of Darkness fall in your thing?
Much better than Ghostbusters.
Masters of Darkness is a very good game.
Yeah, but I don't know where I'd rank it in my. I mean, it would be among my favorite Master System games.
I mean, obviously you've played Ghost House, Splatterhouse, Ghostbusters, Masters of Darkness. So you played these games. I mean, so obviously you have played some spooky games.
Yeah, but I'd never really thought about them being spooky or horror because they're not really spooky games.
So then, what about fun spooky? Like
Fun.
it like Ghostbusters game you just showed.
Yeah.
So what type of fun ish like comical spooky games have you played? Because back in the 80s, everything in the 90s, it was all like you had horror and then you had like comical s type of horror games. Like Monsters in My Pocket, Ghoul School, that type of stuff.
Well, but the thing is, if it was on NES, I didn't play it.
So it was all
But
Genesis.
well, no, there was the Forbidden Forest game on the Commodore 64. Um, there's Where's My Bones on the Commodore 64.
Where are my bones? I'd like to see that. Where are my bones?
No, Where's My Bones?
Where's my bones?
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and
That's the wrong one. I think I played it this couple Halloweens ago.
Okay, you see, this is like cute spooky.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
there's
like funny.
Poltergeist. Oh, you say cute spooky. This game is a bear. You touch the walls, you die. You
Wow.
touch the dirt, you die. You touch anything, you die.
Oh, jeez. What are you throwing? Salt?
I don't know. It's magic powder. Who knows?
This looks tough.
It is extremely tough. And like the monster locations are they just keep spawning. You can shoot in 8 different directions though, but you only had one shot at a time. So if you missed, you sure hope that the bad guys did not come back. See how many hits he's taken just because they were spawning right on top of him.
And they follow you.
Well, so when you get the bones, that's a checkpoint.
You played this as a kid?
Yeah.
And you didn't have anxiety? This
No,
is horrible.
You just played and see how far you can get. The Genesis game, it's the was it the Haunting by Poltergeist or something?
Yeah, Poltergeist. Yeah, that's a good game.
I think I rented that one, but I didn't know how to play, so it went back pretty quickly.
Mine would be
Didn't get the manual with it, so
You didn't get the manual?
no. The thing is, you had to pay extra to rent the manual. So that was
Really?
reserved for games that you had already played, and like, yeah, man, I really want to figure out how to play this one.
Why would they charge you extra for the manual?
Because people were ruining them or not returning them. And I think it was it was like a deposit if you paid. Say it was like $2, you got $1 back when you brought it back.
There's some guy out there, probably in Wisconsin somewhere, that's got a stack of overdue manuals and games that he, from Mom and Pop and Blockbuster, that he just went, dark on and never gave them back.
Maybe.
I don't know. For me, I guess I don't know, Jake. What about you in games like spooky or comical horror, whatever you want to call it? I think for me, my number one's probably gonna have to be Castlevania Symphony of the Night. But I didn't even really consider. I mean, that's like I don't
See that
consider
one,
that
like the
horror.
setting is kind of spooky, but it's like, do you really consider some of the early Dracula films horror? Like, can you put them in the same category as the modern stuff that comes out?
No, not really.
No, so you could say, it's vintage horror, but I mean, a lot of that stuff was rated G. You could show that to pretty much anybody.
I mean, I guess there was one person they were doing like movies or spooky movies or something, and they said, "Oh my God, Twilight," and I'm like, "Twilight." They're like, "Oh yeah, because you have vampires."
Yep, you got vampires and werewolves,
I'm like,
so you can
what?
totally say that it's a horror movie. I mean, I think that has a stronger case than Die Hard does of being a Christmas movie,
I never understood why Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
because
And
it takes
everyone's like,
place at that time of year,
but it
and he has a Christmas present that he's trying to get to his wife or whatever. You can justify just about anything these days.
that just makes no sense to me. I mean, it really isn't. A
I mean,
Christmas
I
movie.
agree, but if somebody wants to think it's a Christmas movie, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I don't agree with it, but
I just found that weird.
I agree. Dead and Loving It. Is that the name of a game?
Oh, I know that movie, Dead and Loving It.
Oh. See, even the Metroid games, like, they're not really spooky.
You know what's in the Metroid Dread? People go, consider it, or
I mean, I could kind of get Metroid Dread because of the Emmys.
I mean, I guess.
Because, one of those things comes along and you're like, oh, crud, go, 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 go. Okay, I know, you gotta move. Don't get in the way of its vision thing. Hey, Quizzy. Did you wake up, puppy? Quizzy, come here.
There's just a lot of weird stuff out there. Like Jaws.
There is.
Is Jaws a horror game?
Up.
With the shark eating you and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, like, is Jaws for the NES a spooky horror game? I don't think so. I'm
I don't
sure
think
some
so
people
either.
would say it is, because the movie kind of it is.
The movie definitely is.
I
movie
don't know if
definitely
I'd
is.
say it definitely is. I'd say it kind of is, or it could be, because I mean, it's not.
It's suspenseful.
It's suspenseful. It's not. Yeah, I'd just say it's more suspense than it is anything else.
Suspense horror. Ghostbusters is more like comedy, spooky comedy.
Get her.
I mean, yeah, it's a movie about Christmas time.
Not about
Metroid's
Christmas.
a horror
Yeah,
game
so,
because it's inspired by Alien and spooky, but not that spooky. I could see that too. Not like Castlevania, where Castlevania is, old Dracula and stuff like that.
yeah, Metroid is a horror game because it's inspired by Alien. It's spooky, but not that spooky. Ghostbusters is
Resident.
comedy horror, and it's more comedy than it is horror.
Yeah, which is true too. But I mean, you throw ghosts in it, and then that's what people go off of. Do you watch any horror, psychological movies, any of that stuff?
I'm trying to think. In my senior year of high school, I saw one of the Pinhead movies.
That's Hellraiser.
Yeah, I saw one of those.
Was he on a cross?
It's one at the end. that they buried the box or whatever, but then there's the design like throughout the building.
Oh, I don't know which one that's definitely not like 2.
It might have been 3 or 4. I don't know, and I don't hardly remember anything about it.
Man, I remember watching Hellraiser. I think it was 2, 3, and I was watching it with a bunch of friends. It was downstairs. We rented it, and Pinhead goes into the church and mocks the cross, and he pulls like out his skin and gives it to the priest and said, "This is my body. This is my blood." I remember my mother walking down the steps and going ballistic, saying that we were all Satan worshippers because of the movie that we were watching. Everybody was like, it was like me and like 4 of my friends were all like, "What's wrong with you?" But back in the but it was it was very edgy, pushing that type of content back in the 90s. Very edgy. Hellraiser was good. It's really beyond bloody. I've seen most of, if not all of them, but I like Halloween. Halloween is my favorite of all time.
So, what do you guys think about this? Rambo. Is Rambo horror?
No, I would say Rambo's more like action, military action.
But I'm sure there's people that would consider that horror.
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator. Thing is, I mean, you could include just about any movie. Home Alone is horror. Think about it. You know, there's the traps that are getting set to catch the bad guys, but then you know the bad guys are trying to break in to the house and get the kid. Boom, horror.
It's definitely suspense. There's no question about that.
But like I'm saying, depending on somebody's definition, you could really lump a ton of stuff into horror. Home Alone in the dark. Exactly.
I mean, you got a lot of crazy stuff there. There's like, I mean, there's psychological horror. There's all that. So
yeah, it's like I said, you can make just about any movie horror. I mean, you could put Mary Poppins in there because think of all the crazy stuff that they do.
Mary Poppins is more of an acid trip than anything. She flies in on a kite, spoonful of sugar. It's white. What's the sugar?
They have the tea party on the ceiling.
Yeah, like what was
they go into the cartoon? Or sorry, not in the cartoon, but into the chalk drawing.
Yeah, like Mary Poppins. What were you giving the kids?
Yeah, but I mean, you could depending on if your definition is wide enough, Mary Poppins could be included in it.
One of them I heard that was supposed to be in that genre was Alice in Wonderland because of the Jabberwocky, and there was a old movie that came out. You all probably remember it, and it was a made for TV movie where it had a little girl and she was running away from the Jabberwocky, but it was like a dragon type of thing that shot flames out of its mouth. There was some Alice in Wonderland thing, I don't know, but it had a lot of notable actors in it. One of the guys from Zoobly Zoo was in there. And it wasn't LeVar Burton. It was another guy. He was like a dancer or something. But it was the Chestershire Cat, I think, or he was. But
I have no idea. But yeah, you could even the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland. There's elements of that you like. Oh yeah, that's horror.
Yeah, Disney's got some whack stuff. A funny movie I don't think any of you have seen. Probably Drake might have seen it. A movie that I happen to like is called Once Bitten with Jim Carrey.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
God, that
one.
It's a good movie.
It's more comedy than horror.
That girl that he dates in that movie is Jesus.
But what was it? Did you ever see Mr. Boogedy?
No.
Look up Mr. Boogedy.
Oh, Disney?
Yeah.
Yes.
and then Bride of Boogity, and then there was
Yes.
another one called Fuzz Bucket.
I remember Fuzz Bucket. Then oh, what was another good one? A lot of Tim Burton stuff.
Yeah,
Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride is my favorite. I think that's one of my favorite. Man, but that girl from Once Bitten, man, I had a crush on her growing up. Wow, she was.
which one? The main vampire chick?
Nope, it was his
'Cause
girlfriend.
wasn't that Courtney Cox?
No, no,
Let's see if we can
nope,
get the trailer for Once Bitten.
nope. That whole dance scene, everything was just out of Beetlejuice's. Yeah, Beetlejuice is great. Adam's Family. Adam's Family is phenomenal.
Yeah, Adam's Family you could lump in with horror.
What's more? It's like comedy horror.
Once in a
Right.
little known hamlet called Hollywood, there were 3 young guys who did absolutely nothing except think, drink, eat, sleep, and dream about women. Grown up, high-heeled, low-slung, flirtatious women.
Is this really the
Trouble
trailer?
is, they couldn't find any that lived
No.
up to their high expectations, which were pretty low.
Oh, this
Until
must be a
one of
different
them
kind
met
of different trailer. Let me see. That seems almost like a teaser.
That's it.
This is
No.
this is an ad.
Well, it's an ad. I hear it from
Very
boy.
slow. You got this.
Beautiful
Get out the way.
lady vampire Lauren Hutton knows a delicious young virgin when she sees one. And Mark Kendall finds out his sexy one-night stand has been around for centuries.
Mark Kendall's a regular guy. Get me out of here! With normal problems.
I want to, but I want it to be special.
But Mark's just discovered
Hello, tall, dark, and handsome.
that his one-night stand
I haven't had anything this pure since the Vienna Boys Choir hit town.
has been around for centuries.
I'm 390 years old.
400 if you're a day. Mark Kendall is necking finally happened with a vampire. Did I enjoy it? Now he's losing his girl,
Hit my lip.
his customers,
Get out of here!
his image. Look, I'm not there. And his mind.
Oh, wow, I love your outfits.
I'm not wearing a costume. Mark's got to choose
It's like you're not the Mark I thought I knew. You look like Jerry Lewis.
between his first love
I'm the owner of the pants you've been trying to get into for the last 4 years.
and his last date.
How would you like to spend eternity with me?
I can't. I gotta go to college before his future goes up in smoke.
How'd you like your crotch set on fire? Ooh, rough trade.
Nothing is sacred in a tasty comedy
Can I have one of those uncooked ones?
you can sink your teeth into.
How was it?
Delicious.
Once bitten.
I don't want to be a vampire. I'm a day person.
He was good in that. He was good in that role. I mean, it's the '80s. I don't think we're gonna get copyright. I mean, how long has it been? That was a good movie.
Oh,
He played
Beetlejuice.
very good.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is up there. I mean, I would love a movie just with like with a lot of the sandworms. Those things are just cool looking.
Beetlejuice the cartoon was really good too. Growing up, so were the toys.
I do remember enjoying the cartoon.
Monster.
The cartoon was definitely better than Beetlejuice.
I always felt Monster in My Pocket was like a ripoff from Muscle Men. I mean, wasn't Muscle Men around longer than Monster in My Pocket?
I don't know.
It's the same like genre of toy.
Yeah. And they were probably all just something the U.S. company saw over in Japan. And
yeah, the sandworms were in the cartoon a lot. That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, everybody, they talk about Halloween, they talk about all that stuff. It just, all those type of show, all the movies, and then you had Hellraiser and Clive Barker he really pushed the envelope on a lot of those movies. I wonder, have you ever seen Nightbreed?
Does not sound familiar at all.
What about werewolf movies? Mm.
Yeah, Twilight.
She's gonna forget I even heard that one.
I'm sure I've seen some, but I'm like going blank.
Bad Moon is a very good movie. That has a
Oh,
really
there's
good.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf is good.
But Teen Wolf, I wouldn't even call that a horror movie.
No, I haven't seen Teen Wolf in years.
It's more comedy. Both Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2, more comedy.
What's it got to been like 20 years since I've seen Teen Wolf?
Friday Night. There's a movie called Friday Night. That does not sound familiar.
Oh, dude, Fright Night is. Oh man,
Fright Night.
Fright
I haven't
Night.
seen that either.
You've never seen Fright Night?
Freddy's.
You've never seen Fright Night?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, you're missing out. Fright Night is amazing. Oh wow. There's some good movies are Fright Night. Yeah, Roddy McDowell's in it. There's Fright Night. There's Monster Squad. There's like he said, like Beetlejuice. Yeah, Vincent Price. You should watch Fright Night. It's a really good movie. It's funny. He's like Roddy McDowell plays like the Peter Cushing of Van Helsing in it. It's almost like his ode to Peter Cushing in the Hammer series with Van Helsing.
The Sonic Smasher is the QB1 of burgers. Buy one, get
very
one
good
free in the
movie.
Sonic app.
Fright Night 2. How come we don't get movie trailers like that anymore?
Wow. Because it's tough to get that cheesy.
No, that Fright Night 2 was good. It's hard to find, Drake, but you can find it on YouTube. It's a good one. Fright Night's great though. That's a really good movie. And of course, I don't ever think you heard of Monster Squad either, right?
No, that sounds familiar.
Monster Squad's a good. That's like a solid. So Monster Squad, when they filmed it on the same lot that they filmed Lost Boys and The Goonies. Lost Boys. Have you ever seen Lost Boys?
Yeah.
When they run into the church to fill up with water, that's the same lot in the same area that's in a Monster Squad. Same sound stage, same everything. So it's the same stuff with Goonies too, and Fright Night. Fright Night, Goonies, and Monster Squad are all done on the same lot. There's a lot of similarities with it. I think he's tired. It's not an interesting topic for him.
Well, it's just I don't pay much attention to the horror movies and that stuff. Is just not my thing.
I watched a ton of horror movies. Van Helsing. Did you like Van Helsing?
One with what's his bucket? Sure.
Wolverine.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, and there was the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That was good too.
That one was good.
That one wasn't so bad. I didn't mind that. I don't know what else. Yeah, it was, but there was sound stages too.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be coming out with the Gremlins 3 now, and Goonies 2.
No, you can't do Goonies. Come on, how are you gonna?
The thing is, it's been what 30 years or something. Surely someone can come up with something.
I don't know.
They
What the
made sequels of
Fratellis?
everything else.
The
They're
Fratellis are
remaking.
back.
They're gonna do a live action Voltron.
Really?
Yep, it's already done. I think it's all in post production now. It's got Henry Cavill. I mean, if they do it right, it could be really cool.
Well, here's something. Harry Potter. HBO is making a Harry Potter movie, a show, TV series,
Yeah,
and Voldemort is a woman.
I saw something about that. I mean, it seems kind of kind of
Yes.
silly. Because is it going to be Thomasina Riddle?
I
Because it
I
can't
don't
be.
know.
Because if it's going to be the dude's going to be Tom, or if the bad guy's going to still be Tom Riddle, which changes into Lord Voldemort. They can't change the name, or are they going to change it from Voldemort to something else, or Lord Voldemort to something else, so they can have Thomasina Riddle?
I'm like, for me personally, I'm very, very, very big into the horror genre and psychological thrillers, and I do not. Now, I'll just specify that I do not like.
Tremors.
Jeez, thank you for the randomness, but I do not like anything paranormal. Nothing paranormal, I will watch it. That's my cutoff point. You want to go like extreme horror, and I remember one time a friend of mine, we went into I'm sorry, I'm boring you.
Wake me up when it's done.
Oh geez, we went to go see Anthony Hopkins in whatever that movie was with Clarice.
Silence of the
And
Lambs.
yes, and when he cuts the guy and wraps his intestines around his neck and then pushes him off, there was a lady sitting next to us and she threw up all over the floor. And my friend and I just sat there, was like, "What the hell?" She threw up. Like, I've watched The Exorcist. I've watched The Exorcist, but being 15 minutes away from the Amityville Horror House, I won't watch that. I've never watched the Amityville Horror. I've never watched anything. Nothing. The Exorcist was once, and that was it. Oh, and Poltergeist. I've watched all of those, all three of them. Yeah, I've seen all three, but that was my main thing is anything like Clive Barker, Romero, like that type of stuff, or who did John Carpenter? That's my, so those are my go-to for a lot of stuff. Tremors is pretty, but Tremors really isn't like a spooky horror movie. That's more like a sci-fi horror.
Actually, I'd say it's more fantasy horror.
Well, The Thing is wild. That's a great movie. That's what. But you don't get what you get like when you had those movies, or like Fright Night when she turns into the vampire. It's all practical effects. Now it's really all CGI, so it takes all the fun out of it, and the movies look like crap. And it is what it is. I don't have much interest in anything after that, like the zombie genre and all that other stuff. That I find interesting. They Live is good too. Yeah, it's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
Well, this might not be spooky, but let me see. We got to use a different screen. So apparently, Doug Bowser is retiring at the end of the year from Nintendo. Probably got tired of getting crapped on.
Is his name really Bowser?
Yep. And there was something, I was watching something about it, and they're talking about Doug Bowser. I was like, well, he's living up to the Bowser name, destroying the company.
Well, that was a random piece of information.
I was just looking for something that came up.
See, it's hard. You see, like the diversity of us. It's hard because I watch tons of horror movies. I love everything. You know, I mean, obviously you've seen Hocus Pocus, right?
I think I saw it once. Didn't care for it.
Casper the Friendly Ghost was excellent. I saw that in movie theaters. That was really good. The ending was sad, but see, like it's diverse because you're not really big into this whole genre. I am, so it's. I mean, like growing up and stuff. What did you dress as for Halloween when you went out with like your brother?
I mean, like vampires and that kind of stuff. Like nothing.
Nothing crazy.
No, I don't remember anything crazy. I mean, we may have done a ghost.
Did you enjoy Halloween growing up?
Yeah. I mean, we lived out in the country, so we didn't really go trick or treating much. If we went trick or treating, it was to like 4 or 5 people.
Wow.
Took like a half hour to go and visit the people that might be home. That was before the churches started doing all the trunk or treats.
Wait, you had trunk or treats back when you were a kid?
No, I said before.
Now. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have trunk or treats at his school. The schools.
Now we don't get. So when we're out in the country, we never really got kids that came out there to get candy. In our old house, nobody came to get candy. This one, I think 5 or 6 last year. So.
No, Halloween's a big thing here. She decorates the entire house. They like we used to do themed whatever. I've been to Salem like multiple times for Halloween. That's wild. Salem is insane for Halloween. Salem's insane. Just Halloween's big, very big. Like you'll always
some
watch
people.
me,
That's like their favorite holiday. They love getting stuff set up and whatnot.
July
4th
is my first.
Likes a lot of stuff for Halloween.
Does she decorate like the dorm room and everything for Halloween?
She's already got it decorated.
That's pretty cool. But
it's not for Halloween. It's just how she wants it decorated right now.
Oh, she just likes the whole thing itself.
Yep.
People like it. If I could have this room decorated like Halloween all the time, I would. But I mean, I could if I had the space. I'd put an animatronic in the corner of the Corpse Bride and all that, but I don't. I need the space in order to do that. But Halloween's, Tim Burton is a big factor when it comes to spooky stuff. Like, Corpse Bride, Frankenweenie, Paranorman. Like those are a lot of stuff that we watch here for Halloween. Like you don't have any traditions or anything, for Halloween?
No, can't say that I do.
No, like games that you'll play around Halloween that are
no specific movies that we watch.
I did have the spooky hands when I was playing Resident Evil back then, and they would come up out of the graveyard and stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, we just I think Halloween is a poor name for the holiday now. It's Begaween.
It's what?
Begoween. Begoween. You get a bunch of teenagers begging for candy. Begoween.
I mean, back in the day, it was, man, growing up in Brooklyn, it was the survival of the eggs and shaving cream. Walk
Well,
into
and
a
here
store.
there's like one or two hot spots around town if you want to get candy, but don't try to drive through those neighborhoods because they're like just packed with people.
That's over here too. It's like really, really packed with people. There's a lot of kids with candy, and they're walking around. You know, the good houses give you the full size candy bars. You know, some houses give you whatever.
Like for trunk or treat, we give out glow in the dark bracelets.
That's cool. That's cool.
Because unfortunately, most of the time it's not dark enough until like everyone's almost getting ready to leave for people to really see. But it's neat seeing all the kids walking around with the bracelets, and you also know if they're coming back for seconds.
That's right. I had one. We did a trunk or treat one time, and the kid took a handful of candy, like 2 handfuls of candy, and dumped it in his bag. And then I see him get into his mother's X5 BMW M series, and I'm like, why?
That's what. See, Begoween.
Like,
Bunch of kids just go.
why?
They'd rather waste the time than go spend the $5 or $10 to go buy a bag of candy or two.
That's true. But some games that I'll play, I mean, Halloween wise, Symphony of the Night I play all the time, so that doesn't really matter. Uh, Super Castlevania, Splatterhouse. Um, finally, after years of looking, I finally got like Corpse Party. Like I said, Corpse Party. Um, with the actual figures, this is a really, really nice find at that show. But Mary Skelter is another weird, type of spooky game I'll play or something. I kind of like the zombie genre of like games. So yeah, Drake, I'm big Corpse Party fanatic, and I was like, wow, there's a remake coming out that I pre-ordered and got the deluxe edition for. So I that when I saw this, I really, really went like nuts to try to find this. Corpse Party is a good game. And it's got the soundtrack and like like complete. So like what about the Universal monsters? What do you think about them?
Ooh, spooky. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Dracula, neat. The Mummy, neat. The Mummy Returns ride is awesome at Universal Studios.
That's
I
true.
hope to make it to Epic Universe the next couple of years and visit the Monster Land.
Oh, I
Um,
heard that's great.
uh, but yeah, I mean they're cool. I mean, but
I grew up watching all of those. Very like Lon Chaney Jr., Boris Karloff,
yeah,
like Lon Chaney Jr. I happen to love Lon Chaney Jr. and the werewolf. I thought he was a great actor. Um, and I Drake probably knows, but there's a guy that now we watch all the time. His name's Fenguli. He's out in Chicago, and Drake definitely knows him. And yeah, that's like a tradition. We always watch that. Like even the Godzilla movies around like sometime like Halloween, we'll watch stuff like that. I won't let the kids watch Hellraiser or anything like Clive Barker type of related because I think that's a little bit too intense for them. But overall, it's a fun time.
Cool.
Just interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think we've
I think we beat the horse already.
yeah, for spooky or semi-spooky or games, and we drifted over into videos or movies.
How did you see Svengoolie in person? Chicago Comic Con? Bruce Campbell's cool. I happen to like Bruce Campbell. I think Bruce Campbell's awesome.
Yeah, he was great in that one show.
Yeah, I think that's it's kind of hard to discuss the topic when it's one you have more. Yeah, you're not balanced on the seesaw when it comes to it per se. You like you're not big into Halloween, and do you
I mean,
decorate
it's
the
a fine holiday and whatnot. But it's just like I don't go in for all of the crazy decorations, and it's neat seeing kids dressed up and whatnot.
I miss the old day Halloween. The 80s and 90s when you would throw in shaving cream bombs and eggs and you would egg someone's house or toilet paper. Bless you.
Thank you.
The Wild West. Those were good days. But yeah, I guess I unless you got anything else, I guess we're good for today.
No, I mean I can't think of anything. We've hit a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean the big thing is like for spooky games, it's like you can consider just about any game or movie spooky. Because I mean, even parts of the Super Mario game, some of those you could. Oh, look, they've got ghosts. Ooh, Charlie Brown, the Halloween specials, and there's always something.
Did you ever see the Garfield Halloween special?
No,
that one's harder to find.
Because it's no Charlie Brown.
That one's a pain to kind of find. He was it was Garfield, and he was on he was out with what is it, Otis, I think, the dog, and he just goes to a house, and the guy talks about a haunted ship or something, and it was like pirates. That was my most notable one of them all. Growing up was that one. I never saw the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
I don't remember if I saw that as a kid or not. We didn't have cable, so if it didn't come on the what was it, ABC, NBC, eventually Fox, and then on good days we could pick up PBS. And yeah, Odie was the dog.
Odie was the dog. Okay.
But yeah, I don't really remember watching things, spooky stuff around Halloween, so it's just nothing I really ever got into. But I don't, for whatever reason, the Munchkin loves that stuff. So personality definitely plays into it.
And maybe she's going through a phase where she likes all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out, Drake.
Well,
it was fun. It was interesting. Just like, oh yeah, wait, there's this movie. Oh, there's this game. There's that game. Yeah, that one could possibly fit in that category. And try to play Ghouls and Ghosts on the Master System without doing any of the power ups. That's kind of a horrifying experience.
Should we for October?
No.
You knew what I was. Should we play a game like just pick your favorite system, pick your game on your favorite system that's like a spooky-esque type of game, whatever, and do a YouTube stream on it with us
I mean,
playing the games.
We could. I mean, it's
What
we'd only be able to play it for a couple hours, so
I'd be fine with that. What game would you choose?
I have no idea. I'd
I
probably try to
think
find a game that I hadn't played.
I think
Or hadn't played
Masters
much.
of Darkness is revolutionary on the Master System.
Well, that could be beat in less than 2 hours.
You could speedrun that game?
No, but I could watch a video and learn.
I'll do Ghouls and Ghosts. If you want, we're looking. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. For that though, I think we'd have to put the gameplay on Discord, and then I'd have to capture that window.
I'll do this. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, since we're using StreamYard.
Well, but I think that's it for us for now.
That's it from the East Coast. Thank you for hanging out and watching and listening to all of our spooky talk of spooky games and movies. But take care, everyone. Thanks again, Drake, for hanging out, for staying, and Owaz. Everybody take care, have fun, be kind of one another. Stay safe, keep it retro or 360. God bless, and we will catch you all later. Bye bye. Ba-doop boop.